Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
2020 was a difficult year for us all. World economies have crashed. Financial markets showed us again how important it is to be aware of the global economy. And, believe it or not, many people have profited from the movements in the markets. This December, we bring you the biggest open source webinar series for beginner traders to help each and every one of you understand the basics of online trading and investments from industry experts. Learn from the CEOs is the biggest webinar series organized by InstructFX with the extraordinary participation of 5 CEOs of 5 top Forex companies worldwide. Join us live on Monday, the 14th of December at 1700 GMT for the grand opening with an amazing webinar on trading currency pairs with João Monteiro, CEO at 4XC. On Tuesday, the 15th of December, trading stocks and indices is the topic of the day with Phil Adler, CEO at ETX Capital, straight from the heart of London. Wednesday, the 16th, the week only gets better with Joe Rundle, CEO at Markets.com for an amazing webinar on trading commodities. Just when you thought that things can't get any better, on Thursday, the 17th, we have the cryptocurrencies trading webinar with our surprise guest. Finally, on Friday the 18th, it's your time to shine in the Fidelity Gala Awards, where InstructFX is rewarding you for watching us live with amazing prizes. Join the biggest open source webinar of 2020 and learn what most Forex brokers don't want you to know from 5 reputable CEOs. Click on the link below and reserve your seat for the biggest open source webinar of 2020, hosted by yours truly, Andrew, the Chart Whisperer. Learn, observe, trade with InstructFX.
Boom, and we're live. What's happening, people? Good morning, America. Good afternoon, Europe, and welcome everyone to our live stream. Happy Monday, people. If I may say that, considering the latest news. How are you guys doing, first of all? How was your weekend? Today's the big day, guys. Shortly after the US Open, we will announce the lucky 5, the 5 lucky winners of the Fidelity Gala Awards we had on Friday. So stay tuned. A big thank you to everyone that joined us last week for the biggest open source webinar of 2020, organized by InstructFX. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. Thank you for your emails, and thank you for showing the will to learn. I hope everyone enjoyed the webinars. I definitely did, and I hope you managed to take something with you guys and understand that the financial markets are not that difficult to understand if you know what to look for. Now, let's get down to business and see what is happening in the markets today, Monday, 27th of December, 2020. European markets took a big hit today after the UK had identified the new strain of the Covid19 virus that is more contagious than the previous virus that swept through the world this year, with most countries cutting their ties to the United Kingdom until further news. US lawmakers finally approved the $900 billion relief package that includes $600 checks to household and a $300 weekly enhancement for federal unemployment benefits for 11 weeks from now. Crude oil prices dropped over 5% following the news of the new COVID strain found in the UK on rising concern on supply and demand. Gold futures tested the lows at 1860 in a shake-off that took many traders by surprise following the news from UK, as many traders looked for cover under the US dollar. And Bitcoin, guys, everyone's favorite, gives back around $2,000 over the weekend, sending the virtual currency at 22,228 after breaking all-time high last week and trading as high as $24,131. This show is proudly sponsored by our partners at Markets.com. US Markets Open, coming up. All right, beautiful people, and we're back. Happy Monday once again for the ones that joined us in the last few minutes. Type your comments. Let me know how you're doing, guys. And once again, happy Monday, and big thank you for all your support, all the support that you showed us last week. Now, Monday, 21st of December, 2020, guys. We're only a few days from Christmas. Let's see what is happening with the economic calendar today, guys, and then we're gonna move on to top 5 things to know in the markets. Then we reveal the lucky 5, the top 5 winners. And then we're going to move on to the charts of the day and the signals of the day. So, very quiet day in the economic calendar today, guys. We only had the new housing price index on the Canadian dollar being announced exactly 1 hour ago. We're 5 minutes ahead of the U.S. Markets open. We had the new housing price index coming out negative on the Canadian dollar, only 0.6% versus an expectation of 0.9% from economists. Let's have a quick look and see what's going to happen tomorrow in the economic calendar, guys. What to expect from the markets as we get closer to the year end, as we get closer to Christmas, guys. The announcements in the economic calendar will fade, and this week is the living proof. So tomorrow, guys, we're going to start the day nice and early at 9 o'clock a.m. GMT plus 2 with a few announcements coming from UK, probably the last announcements before year-end, before the resolution that UK is expected to have with the European Union on the 31st of December this year, guys. So in exactly 10 days from now, we're going to see if UK has left the European bloc with a deal or with a no Brexit deal. So tomorrow morning we're gonna have the gross domestic product, guys, year over year and quarterly on the British pound. We're gonna have the consumer climate index in January for January, announced in the same time, guys, in the Eurozone, and then we're gonna have the business investment sentiment for the third quarter again on the pound. And this is it. No other news tomorrow. We're going to have at 3:30, we're going to have a few announcements starting on the US dollar. Again, the gross domestic product, the GDP price index quarterly. Yeah, we're going to have the existing home sales at 1,700 hours GMT plus 2. And we're going to have the API weekly crude oil stock, which is very important. It's only 1 day ahead of the crude oil inventories, which will be announced on Wednesday, just before the markets close for Christmas. So not a lot going on in the economic calendar, guys. So we're just going to go by the news. Yeah, we're going to have a look at the news and see what is happening. Now, quickly, for the stock traders, guys, because I know you like your stocks, I'm going to show you some interesting stocks to have a look at today. Tesla is a huge day for Tesla, guys. Today is officially the first day when Tesla gets listed on the S&P 500 index. It was finalized on Friday, but today is the first day when the markets open with Tesla included in the S&P 500 index. Now, obviously, the markets digested the news, and Tesla stock fell 4.5% pre-market open after its inclusion in the S&P 500, effectively completed the defining trade of the year, which has seen retail investors front run passively managed institutional money in anticipation of its inclusion in the benchmark index. Now, the founder Elon Musk also raised eyebrows by failing to bat away speculation that he might convert some of Tesla's cash into Bitcoin holdings. That was the most recent news that came from Elon Musk and Tesla in the same time. Elon Musk announced that he's considering heavily to convert some of Tesla's cash into Bitcoin, which can only mean one thing, guys. There's a lot of interest in the cryptocurrency, especially after breaking the all-time high once again, then establishing itself at new all-time highs. Right, other stocks to keep an eye on. We're looking at JP Morgan, guys, which was up 3.2% pre-market open today, and other main street lenders were up by somewhat less after Federal Reserve said it will allow banks to resume stock buybacks and dividends from the start of the year. Friday, it intends to start a $30 billion buyback in the first quarter of 2021. Therefore, their share price went higher 3.2% pre-market open today, guys. Another one very interesting to have a look at, very, very interesting, guys, is Nike, the shoemaker. Nike stock was indicated to open 5.8% higher today, a new all-time high, after the sports gear maker beat consensus forecast handily with its result After the closing bell on Friday, an 80% rise in online sales helped revenue rise nearly 9% to $11.24 in the 3 months through November, some 6% ahead of expectations, while profit jumped 12% to 78 cents a share. Amazing stock to have a look at, guys. Nike, keep an eye on Nike. Keep an eye on JP Morgan as well. That's interesting as well. Now, another interesting one is Apple, guys, which stock fell 1.5% after the company said it will close all its Californian stores for the time being due to the pandemic. It's a wise decision, even though Apple profits might get hit hard. It's a wise decision. They show that they care more about the population than they care for the money, which is very, very important, especially in times like this. There was also modest pressure from the report suggesting that the company's payments app could be the next point of attack from antitrust regulators. Let's see what's going to happen after that. But anyway, Apple did a sensible thing, I'd say. Now, let's move on to top 5 things to know in the markets today, guys. And then we're going to reveal the lucky 5 here, the top 5 winners that we had for the gala on Friday, guys. Now, number 1 on the board, UK isolated after discovering new COVID-19 strain. The UK announced it had identified a new strain of the COVID-19 virus that is more contagious than the strain that swept through the world this year. There is no information yet to suggest that it is any more virulent than the initial strain, or that the vaccines, either already approved or in development, will be any less effective against it. The FDA approved Moderna's based vaccine on Friday as an emergency use vaccine, the second drug to receive formal clearance from U.S. regulators. Countries from France to India reacted to the news by cutting travel links to the United Kingdom, guys, while the British government abruptly canceled its plans to relax restrictions on social gatherings over Christmas and instead instituted a new and tighter tier of regulations that will affect most of England. So far, the new strain is concentrated in the southeast, including the capital, London. The pound fell by 2% against the dollar and its other peers, and over 1% against the euro this morning at the market's opening. Now, congratulations to the UK government for having what it takes to basically tighten the restrictions. Okay, and again, showing that they care more about the population and the safety of the population. Let's move on to number 2 on the board, guys. Finally, the U.S. stimulus package is agreed on. They will vote on it and approve it this afternoon. The news say U.S. lawmakers finally approved a $900 billion relief package that includes $600 checks to household and a $300 weekly enhancement for federal unemployment benefits for 11 weeks. It also extends a moratorium on evictions that was due to expire at the end of the year. As such, it covers the eventualities that had the greatest potential to undermine household spending through the winter. The package also reportedly includes aid for schools, vaccine distribution, and small businesses, with $280 billion marked for the Payment Protection Program alone. Votes in the House of Senate have been scheduled for today, guys. Sorry, guys, it's Monday again. I'm struggling with the words. After an emergency stopgap bill to keep funding the government was approved over the weekend. All right. Now, I hope you can excuse my my tiny mistakes, guys. It's only Monday, and sometimes I do find words that give me a bit of a headache. I don't know why. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's one of them days. Now, stocks tumble. Number 3 on the board, guys. Dollar surges on new virus reports. Global stocks corrected downwards sharply overnight in response to the news from the UK, which analysts said poses fresh risks to the growth outlook for the first quarter. The dollar, meanwhile, gained across the board, reversing some of its losses in recent weeks, in which optimism about a strong rebound in global growth next year had encouraged a hunt for yield in foreign currencies. Now, U.S. stock markets are also indicated to open sharply lower today, guys. We are 2 minutes into the U.S. trading session already. We're going to have a look at the charts in a minute. With the news shaking out some of the complacency that had been in evidence in the last couple of weeks. Dow Jones futures were down 560 points or 1.9%, while the S&P 500 futures were down 2.1%, guys. And the NASDAQ futures were down 1.4%. Marginally outperforming as cyclicals once again took the brunt of the selling. Number 4 on the board, guys, and again, very interesting news as Tesla lists on the S&P 500 today officially, first official day. Tesla stock will trade as part of the S&P 500 for the first day after their inclusion in the index came into effect at the end of the Friday session. The shares are indicated down over 6% in pre-market trade in what looks like profit-taking now, but the big trade of the year. Retail investors' anticipation of forced buying by passive institutional accounts is effectively completed. Over the weekend, the founder and chief executive Elon Musk raised eyebrows by posting about Bitcoin and engaging in a brief exchange with one enthusiast about the possibility of converting large amounts of the cash on Tesla's balance sheet into Bitcoin. The idea was sailors, but Elon Musk did not shoot it down. Bitcoin itself was caught up in the risk-off movement on Monday, falling over 3% to 22,671 on the Bitfinex exchange, which was expected, guys. I keep talking about correction that might happen, that will definitely happen, basically, on Bitcoin after such a rally. And we saw the correction over the weekend. Now, let's hope things have settled and Bitcoin can go on and create higher highs. Let's move on to number 5 on the board, guys. Then we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to announce the lucky 5, guys, the 5 lucky winners that we had for the Fidelity Gala Awards. So number 5 on the board, guys, fraud comes off oil market as demand fears rise. The rally in crude oil prices went into reverse violently, with futures losing over 5% after the news that came from the UK cast fresh doubt over the near-term demand outlook. For all that, vaccine distribution is expected to smooth a return to pre-pandemic levels of consumption next year. OPEC and the International Energy Agency both said in their latest monthly reports that the recovery will take place largely in the second half of the year. Okay, and everyone keeps announcing that, as most countries will probably get back to normal or close to normal pre-pandemic levels somewhere after the first quarter, of 2021. In addition, Oli Hansen, head of commodities research at Saxo Bank, noted that the rally has overextended, with speculative long positions in U.S. crude futures and Brent rising by 250 million barrels in the 6 weeks through mid-December. By 6:25 a.m. Eastern Time, WTI was down 5.1%, while Brent futures were down 5% at 49.67 a barrel. Right, I'll tell you what, guys, let's take a 30-second break, and then we're coming back live with the top 5 winners of the Fidelity Gala Awards we had on Friday. What do you say? All right, we're coming back live with the winners, and then we're going to move on to the charts of the day in 30 seconds, guys. Stay tuned.
Keep your finger on the market pulse with the News Alerts tool. Stay up to date on the latest sentiment across all the major asset classes. Uncover bullish or bearish signals tied to specific assets that could be developing before major price moves, and track how news sentiment correlated with price in the past. Track the news volume on an asset, its fear index, and get a better feel for its underlying strength. All with News Alerts, your central hub for market information. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right, guys, and we're back with the top 5 winners we had for the gala. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready to find out the winners that answer correctly to the questionnaire? And they all won a one-on-one chat with the CEO and 1 month free mentoring, either with myself or one of the CEOs that participate at the webinar series. Are you ready to see the winners? Right, and the winners are... There we go, guys. There we go. These are the winners. Right, number 1 on the board, guys, Adrian Radu from Romania, 1 month free mentoring plus a one-on-one chat with the CEO. This is the top prize. Radu, well done, man. Well done, Adrian. Congratulations on that. Number 2 on the board, we have my dear client, Dennis De Bruyne, which won a one-on-one chat with the CEO, with one of the CEOs that joined us last week. Also, we have Olwafeni Sanya, that won a one-on-one chat with the CEO. We have Sanjay Kumar, congratulations, from India, that won a one-on-one chat with the CEO, and also Joy De Santos from UAE. Joy, congratulations, well done. I know you didn't join us at the first couple of webinars, but you caught up really, really, really fast, and well done. Well done to all of you guys, and thanks everyone that participated last week and that supported us in conducting the most amazing webinar series organized by InstructFX in 2020, the hardest year since World War II. So once again, big thank you, guys. These are the winners. Very well done. Although you had tiny mistakes here and there, you do qualify 110% for the prizes that we announced last week. Now, once again, congratulations to the winners, guys. And now we're going to move on to the charts of the day and the signals of the day. See how the market has reacted today. We definitely have something to look at. So we're going to start with crude oil futures, guys, as usual, on a 60-minute chart on the charts of investing.com. We can see what happened with crude oil. $47.39 as things stand right now for crude oil. We are already 10 minutes into the U.S. trading session. There is that huge drop, that 5% or over 5% sharp drop that happened today on the news that UK found a new COVID strain that is supposedly more dangerous than the previous one. Now, European currencies, the euro reacted badly this morning as well, guys. You can see the sharp drop that happened on the European trading session today. Luckily, 3 hours ago, the euro started gaining some ground, 122.14 for the euro this afternoon, with the RSI and the stochastic pointing upwards. But what a big drop it had. What a big drop, guys. Now, if things will continue like this, probably traders will eye for a correction, for 100% correction. So they will move their first take profit levels higher towards the 122.61 level or somewhere there in that region. Yeah, hoping to catch whatever there is to catch from this correction. We're moving on to the pound, guys, which was affected way worse than the European currency. We see the markets opening with a huge gap this morning, which hasn't been filled yet. We see a death cross being formed by the 50 and the 200 moving average, indicating a lot of selling power on the market. And this morning, we saw the pound pushing as low as 131, 132. 133.18 for the pound in a tiny correction, which only went up to that 20 moving average at 133.45. It didn't even touch that level yet. The RSI and stochastic are still shy. There is a sign of a bit of correction, but the death cross that we see formed there by the 200 and the 50 MA, and also the price being way below the 200 moving average, might mean that we might see the pound tumbling even further in the next few days. Especially that the Brexit talks are not done, are not ready. And I don't know if either one of the parties will extend the talks in the new year in 2021. It would take a miracle to see that happen, but we saw 4 years of dragging so far, so nothing will surprise me if that happens. Hopefully it's not going to happen, and hopefully UK and the EU will shake hands and pathways agreeing on what's going to happen and benefiting both regions. Let's move on to USD JPY, guys, which did the opposite of the European currencies. Apparently, the only currency in the world that did fairly well today was the US dollar, as traders got spooked by the news that UK has a new COVID strain and that all the countries or most of the countries are cutting ties with the UK straight away until further news. As things stand right now, we see 103.50 for USD JPY, guys. 15 minutes into the US trading, still above the 200 moving average in a big effort today. But as things stand right now, it dropped below that 200 MA, getting back into its downtrend. We see RSI stochastic turning around from the overbought levels, pointing downwards. So we might see the US dollar coming back down in this, resuming the downtrend. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. So far, the price is well supported by the 50 moving average at 103.44. So let's see what's going to happen. The Aussie dollar, again, took a beating just like the European currencies, shedding a lot, shedding over 300 points, I think, from European opening. We see a bit of a correction. We see a retest of that 200 moving average to the upside right now, 0.7538 for the Aussie dollar. Very shy recovery, and also the RSI and the stochastic did not get the chance to go into the overbought levels. They're still very close to oversold levels, guys. So still, we might see a lot of selling power on the Aussie dollar. On the other hand, USD CAD, check out that rally, that beautiful rally that the USD CAD had today on the European trading session. Obviously, after such a rally, we see a bit of a correction right now, a retest of that 20 MA at 128.55. Okay, and we might see retesting that 50 MA to the downside at 128.08. Okay, or at least this is how things stand right now, with the RSI and the stochastic pointing downwards and changing direction. Overall, we saw a good correction for USD CAD up to 129.54. which was quite an impressive level. But let's see, where do we take it from here? What's going to happen? Now, there we go. Negative opening on the S&P 500, guys. Funny enough, after Tesla joined the S&P 500 today as its first official trading session, $3,671 on the dot for the S&P 500, 20 minutes, 15 minutes into the U.S. trading session. Let's see what's going to happen. Worst case scenario, we're going to see a retest of that 20 MA at 3612. Best case scenario, we're going to see a correction of the market. Now, only time will tell. Dow Jones Industrial Average, guys, fell below the 30,000 historical mark, trading at 29,997 as things stand right now. Again, negative opening for the Dow Jones, a bit softer than we saw in the S&P 500, but still, it opened to the downside. We have that 200 MA to the downside at 29,647.70, indicating that we might see a retest to the downside. Right, now, let's have a look at the dollar index, guys, and see what is going on. The dollar index, which rallied today on the back of a weak euro and weak GBP, we see it retracting, correcting today. 92.9287 as things stand right now for the US dollar index versus its other peers. We might see a retest to that 50 MA. It's very important to see where the candlesticks will settle, guys. If they're going to settle below the 200 moving average, resuming the downtrend of the US dollar, or we will see a shift to the upside for the US dollar and for the European currencies, potentially ending the year in red. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, what do we know? If the US dollar index goes up, gold futures, guys, will go down. There we go, 1886.64 gold futures this afternoon, guys, with gold dropping quite a lot and retesting that 200 MA previously to the downside at 1866.35. We saw a bit of a correction, still subdued by that 20 MA. So as things stand right now, we see the price subdued between 1891 and 1866. By those moving averages. Let's see what's going to happen. The good news is the stimulus bill was approved. So with a bit of luck, U.S. futures will go back on track, resuming the uptrend. The U.S. dollar will resume the downtrend, and gold futures will eye that 1900 psychological level once again. Right, Brent oil futures today, guys, took a big hit as well, over 5% for Brent oil futures. They went all the way down to $49.19 earlier on. Currently, they're trading at $50.49. We see, again, a bit of recovery. The price is pushing through that 200 moving average as we speak right now, trying to settle to the upside. RSI stochastic still pointing upwards from the oversold levels. There is potential. There might be potential for that correction today. And Bitcoin, guys, everyone's favorite, is currently trading at $22,978, just short of the 23,000 mark. Again, after a retest of that 200 moving average to the downside at 21,899, after it shed about $2,000 over the weekend. Now, you see, guys, in Thursday, we were talking about cryptocurrencies, and we were telling you, very, very careful, because cryptocurrencies are the only asset class that have this ability of jumping up and down $2,000, $3,000 in only a few hours. That's why it's not really indicated to trade cryptocurrencies on a very small trading account in case of a fluctuation like this. Now, let's have a quick look at Ethereum futures, guys, which just like the Bitcoin shed about $100 since Friday. They traded as low as $603.60, $602.52. That was the low, reached 3 hours ago. Now, $615.33 for Ethereum, with the RSI and the stochastic just recovering, just turning around from those overbought levels. There is potential to the upside, guys, for cryptocurrencies once again. But these amazing swings make us very, very cautious. Now, let's see what is happening 20 minutes into the U.S. trading session with some currencies, with some commodities. You can see the trading signals on the currency pairs this afternoon are very weak. The market still can't settle. We're looking at 4 green, 4 euro USD, 4 strong buy positions. The pound, very unsettled, guys. We're looking at sell positions on the pound, but again, not strong sell positions. Just very shy positions here and there. USD JPY and USD CHF, they entered a strong buy on a 5-minute chart, although the daily remains a strong sell. So we might see the US dollar strengthening versus the JPY and the CHF for the next half an hour, 1 hour, somewhere there. And unless these signals, the 15 minutes and the hourly, change, then we don't know where to take it from there. Right. What else is going on? The Aussie dollar, again, very shy with buy positions on a 5-minute and a 15-minute chart. The daily remains a strong buy, but mixed signals. Euro versus the pound, guys, very important. 4 green on the euro versus the GBP. 4 strong buy positions on the euro. So, as things stand right now, the euro versus the US dollar and the euro versus the pound seems to be the king. Also, Euro JPY, 4 green, 4 strong buy positions. Very good positions this afternoon. Euro CHF, again, 4 green, guys, 4 strong buy positions. Wow, amazing for the euro. Meanwhile, the pound is expected to weaken against all its other peers, with GBP JPY entering a strong sell, GBP CHF again hourly and daily remaining a strong sell. Let's have a quick look at commodities. So far, the euro is the king this afternoon, strengthening versus all its other peers, versus the JPY, versus the CHF, versus the US dollar, and also versus the British pound. Right, let's have a quick look at commodities, guys. The most traded commodity in the world, gold. 3 red on gold this afternoon, 3 strong sell. The daily remains a strong buy, though. There you go. You see a bit of divergence between gold and silver this afternoon. It's very rare when it happens. Usually they move in the same direction, but there you go. It happens. We see a bit of green on silver futures with buy positions this afternoon. Let's see. Maybe gold will follow shortly. Copper again shows a strong buy on a 5-minute chart. And a strong buy on a daily. Crude oil, WTI, and Brent oil, guys. Brent oil shows a strong buy on a 5-minute and 15 minutes chart, and crude oil indicates a strong buy and a buy again on a 5-minute and a 15-minute chart, with the daily remaining a strong buy. There is potential to the upside. We might see that correction sooner than we thought. Natural gas, on the other hand, strong buy positions on natural gas as the winter in US. Yeah, it's quite harsh this year, and people will tend to consume more oil and natural gas. And US wheat, guys, has a strong buy on a 5-minute chart and a buy on a 15-minute chart, with the daily remaining a strong buy as well. Okay, not as clear as we thought, but we have some opportunities. So far, the best opportunity was given by the euro against all its other peers. Let's have a look at Wall Street indices and see what the markets think this afternoon. Wow, there we go. We're starting the Monday with a lot of red. A bloody Monday, how Brits would say. NASDAQ 100, 3 red. The daily remains a strong buy. The S&P 500, 3 red, 3 strong sell on the S&P, 3 strong sell on the Dow Jones, 3 strong sell on the NASDAQ, and 3 strong sell on the Russell 2000, on the small cap 2000. Wow. Right, a lot of red in the markets today. Right, basically, yeah, a lot of red. It's a red day for futures. Let's have a quick look at what else. Let's see some stocks, guys. Let's see if we have any buy positions, any potential buy positions for US stocks. There we go. Microsoft, 4 green for Microsoft, 4 strong buy positions. It might be interesting to ride it till the US closing time. Then we have Apple with 3 red, strong sell positions on Apple this afternoon. ExxonMobil red as well. Procter & Gamble red positions. IBM, 4 strong sell on IBM. Johnson & Johnson and General Electric, again, they indicate a strong sell position. On the buy side, we only have JP Morgan this afternoon with 4 green, guys, 4 strong buy positions, followed by AT&T and Chevron and Intel with all red, all strong sell. So the only asset that tends to do a bit better this afternoon is the euro versus all its other peers. Yeah, and tends to strengthen a bit. Crude oil and Brent oil tend to strengthen a bit, as well as natural gas. But apart from that, everything else, guys, seems to be in red. Join us again tomorrow afternoon, guys. We're going to have an amazing interview with a retail trader this time. We're going to have a guy that's trading for about 10 years on the markets. He's going to tell us how he started, how much money he lost when he started, and how his account looks right now after 10 years of hard work and trading. This is it from my side. Once again, congratulations to the lucky 5, to the lucky winners. I'm going to show them once again, guys. Kudos, everyone. You deserve a round of applause. So once again, Adrian Radu from Romania won a 1-month free mentoring. We have Dennis De Bruyne from South Africa, Oluwafemi Sania, Sanjay Kumar, and Joy De Santos. They all won a one-on-one private chat with one of the CEOs. Well done, everyone. Right. Once again, guys, happy Monday. If I may say that, considering what's happening in the markets, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, guys. Have a nice